Yo YouTube and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be breaking down one of the best players in Warzone, Shifty, his POV in some Rebirth Island. I believe it's some solo squads. I'm just going to be going through seeing what he does that makes him so good. If you guys don't know who Shifty is, you guys are living under a rock, but this guy is, I would say, top 2 players right now, top 3, him, Hisoka and Biffle. I think it's kind of clear that how good they are as a trio, and they're probably going to win World Series in the next few days. So let's break it down. Starting off, he gets the first kill. The next thing he does, he gets aggressive and gets a second. So one thing I'm seeing straight away is just straight confidence, just him knowing how much better he is than the public players he's playing against, and just taking these over chows and just seeing what he can do. So he's gonna mark the player on the bottom, go through, wait for him to go in the open. So when you're playing pubs, right, you do need to remember that the players you go up against, most of the time, if you play at any decent level, you're going to be better than them. So the skill gap isn't necessarily winning your 1v1s, it's more about how you can move around the map, how you can maneuver and win your 1v3s, your 1v4s. So he takes out another one, and right now, honestly, he's just getting loads of kind of easy kills from the top pair and just making sure using his positioning well. But let's see when he gets a bit more kind of to those harder gunfights and what he does. So right now, one thing he's doing, and I have to say he's doing fairly well, is his positioning. He's maintaining that high ground, he's not overcommitting, something I find myself doing quite often. But let's see now, this is the kind of moments I want to talk about and see more in detail. What does he do now? Shouldering for information. This is really crucial, okay? So you can see as he's taking shots, as he's taking damage, he's now going to shoulder for information. As he's shouldering, he's going to armor up. What he's doing is he's, instead of standing just behind the cover, he's going to be armoring up, live marking, then going behind cover, and now you can see he's going to fully armor up. He knows exactly where he is. He's going to recenter. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that in these gunfights you're more kind of ready. You're not just standing behind cover, you want to keep the information. He goes through, you see he changes his angle, all about the reposition, and takes him out. We look on the minimap, there's someone behind him, there's also another person on the left. So if you look at the minimap, let's go through it again together. So right now, if you look at the minimap, as soon as he gets that down, there's a team on his left, okay? So as soon as I'm Shifty now, I'm looking at my left. However, I can hear someone on the right. So he's instantly going to turn around, and you see he finds this player and straight away goes for the reposition. I think he kind of hesitated here. I feel like in this moment, he either commits to the STG and drop shots or gets into cover. I feel like him turning around there kind of cost him there. It was just a little bit of a misplay, and I think he knows it as well from his reaction. But it was one of those where he did get kind of caught off guard there, which is all good. It happens a lot. Goes through. I'm talking about just Warzone in general. Goes through, sees this player again, make sure he has the advantage in the crouching behind, and look how he strafes, right? Strafing is going to maximize your chance of aim assist basically working for you, so make sure to strafe. Goes through, let's see what happens now. So he's on 8 kills already, which is quite a lot of kills. It's quite a lot of kills. It's going to go through, he's just going to use his sound cue here, be patient. He sees another one, great shots, takes him out. In this scenario, as soon as he kills him, we're going to look at the mini map. Why? We're trying to see the pings, we're trying to see where the rest of the team are. Goes through, let's see what happens. He knows they're going to be around this area, potentially low ground, goes through with a shotgun. Great play. I like how he repositioned it after the shot. This is really effective. You see he gets that first shot, instead of standing there and firing again, he jumps to the right and gets a second. I really like the way he repositioned. Once again, going to armor up here, he's going to take his time, just make sure he's kind of ready for the new gunfight. I probably want to see some armor plates right now. There you go. Just a little bit quicker in my opinion, I would like to see, just because if somebody pushes him now, he's probably in a bad spot, but it's okay, works out all right. So he sees someone up top here. So again, he's going to go through, shoulder for information. And what you're going to always see the pros do in this scenario is just play it a little bit safe in terms of they're going to control the gunfight. So look at this. He goes through, he gets shot. There's no reason to overchow. So he's going to take his time. He's going to armor up and snake it. Snaking is a form of movement that you do behind a piece of cover to give you the advantage. What you want to do is, you're seeing it now, is you want to prone and then go forward. When you go forward like that, you get a bit of information. You can see the enemy's POV. You can see where they're looking, but you don't get shot because you're really fast. So he's going to shoulder it for information, just to get that information where the opponents are, to see if they're pushing or not, and whether he has enough time to armor up. In this case, he does. So now he's going to go through. There's someone behind him. He's going to take him out. Remember, there's a team on his left, right? So when he's taking out this player here, he can't stand. Why? Because the team on the left will kill him. So he has to go for the drop shot. Really important. You have to make sure you're prone. And this is where the pros are really good at finessing. The smoke grenade, one of the most useful utilities in the game. He's going to chuck a smoke down, make sure to refuel. He's going to chuck another one down, and he's going to play a different angle. He's going to one-way them in the smoke. That means he can see them, they can't see him. So it's all these small kind of cheesy things you need to do to gain the advantage. It's really important in solo squads. He's going to slide cancel out to camera the second and get the kill. So right there, he was in a really bad spot. He was stuck on the rooftop. He used his smokes well. He played it smart. He didn't panic, played it patiently, and was able to go through and get a nice little three-piece. Right now, he has a shotgun. Once again, every shot he's repositioning. You want to see that. You want to see the reposition. Why? Makes it harder for them to hit you. And he's just doing a great job of controlling this top area of control. He's just doing a really good job of controlling it. Someone's landing in really good shots there. Is he going to get him? Okay, he has to reload there. I feel like he's probably could have got one there. It was quite unfortunate. This guy just lands in. You're going to get so many easy kills like that. People just landing in. So just make sure you're ready with your assault rifle or whatever your primary is. Just make sure you're ready for those kills. Going to go through. You can hear him on his right. And at this point, it's just, he's not really having any crazy gunfights. It's simply just kind of finding people and fairly easy gunfights. But most of the skill gap comes in those harder moments. You know, when he was on top roof and he has to finesse for his life, those were the moments that we really kind of look at that were quite difficult. Because if you can get away with those moments, then these moments are easy. Another smart thing he's doing, he's getting another smoke grenade. He's refilling the ammo, making sure he's always equipped with the smoke grenades. I want you guys to really realize how important smokes are. There's no coincidence why he's just, you know, refilling his ammo, using this, using that. He's constantly able to have 2 smoke grenades at once, making sure that he's basically able to escape in any position. So he's going to flow around the map like normal. But if he's ever in danger, the smokes come out and he plays his life. It's essentially like you're basically giving yourself a chance to escape at any time, and that's why the smoke is so crucial. The stun's really good at getting an extra kill, but the smoke is really good at playing your life, which is probably more important when you want to kind of survive in those scenarios. Goes through, gets a nice 2-piece. He's now going to get his build. Let's have a look at his attachments real quick. So he's got Mountaineer, Double Time, Quick Fix, and High Alert. Now, me personally, I'm a big fan of Tempered. I feel like Tempered, I just really like using it because I like having the 2 plays instead of the 3, but it's up to you. Double Time and Quick Fix are probably the most important things. You want to make sure you're definitely having them. Mountaineer as well is quite important because you can kind of jump off that high ground. So it really depends on what you're trying to do, but you're seeing it right now. He has Mountaineer, so he could jump off if he wants to. But again, I'm liking the patience. If I'm honest, I thought he was going to jump off there because that's something I would have done. So I'm liking the patience. I'm trying to understand why he plays like this, and I feel like he's prioritizing that positioning and just kind of making sure that he's guaranteed the kills. Right there, I think, oh, I actually killed him. Was that a Claymore? I think it's Claymore might have killed him there. So in this scenario, he gets a little bit impatient. He's going for the down, and look at this. He gets caught off guard. But straight away, good centering, great movement. He goes for the drop shot and gets a second. Now, I don't know what he does here, but I'm assuming he's going to armor up and run away and reposition after this kill. Let's see. So, okay, yeah, there was no one else there. I thought there was maybe one more there. So what he does is he actually guarantees a down. And what you can see from the mini-map is he can see where the other teammates are. No one else is around here, so he's going to take his time now and armor up. But good reaction there to get the 21st kill, and let's see how this one proceeds. He's honestly got a majority of his kills around here. One thing I don't know why he's not doing, and I'd love to kind of know, is why he's not getting a lot of UAVs. It's something I find myself doing a lot. Now, I have a random reason. I don't know if it's accurate, but because he plays a lot of competitive and World Series of Warzone, maybe he's, I don't know, maybe he's trying to play without UAVs to practice. I don't know. That might be a failure take because I know they get UAVs there as well, but it's just more the fact that in competitive, you don't really have UAVs flowing all the time. So I don't know. I'm probably completely wrong there. I'm just kind of predicting because I don't see why he wouldn't get UAVs. For me personally, I'm constantly getting UAVs when I'm playing Warzone. I'm constantly getting UAVs. I'm constantly making sure I have a UAV up just so I know where people are. I know where the flow of the map is and I'm able to rotate. Takes out one. There's going to be 3 people. Now, once again, this is where the skill gap really comes in. For the last 5 or 6 kills, we've seen, you know, he's just been frying them fairly easy. But this is where the skill gap really comes in. Let's see what he does here. Sorry, we're back. I think it cut off, so I kind of can't remember my last point. I just, my OBS froze, so... But let's take it from here. So I want you guys to look at the minimap and see exactly where the opponents are coming from and what Shifty is going to do in this scenario. I think most people now would get distracted by the player in front of them, but what you have to realize is there's players on the left and the right, so you don't want to get tunnel vision. You want to make sure that you're not worried about this player because the others might take you out. So he takes out one, straight away repositions, a cluster comes in. Again, he's going to make sure he's armoring up. Always prioritize the armor. It's so important. You want to make sure you have the health in those fights. There's another one, so he's going to take his time. Again, right there, I feel like I probably would have committed there, so it's good to learn from the pros and say, okay, maybe this wasn't an angle that was worth it, or whatever it may be. It's just kind of interesting to see why he's not committed. Maybe it's because of the cruise missile or the bunker, buster. It could be many reasons there, but it's just good to learn from the pros to see what kind of they're doing and what I need to add to my game. So he takes out one. Right now, again, like a lot of these kills are just people flying in, but you want to make sure you're getting those kills because they're literally 3 kills on the map. So you want to make sure you're utilizing that. He's going to go through again. Now, Shifty's just once again holding top ground, holding high ground. So one thing I'm learning from his gameplay so far, I think he's very good at playing patient and just playing positioning. probably like a lot better than me in terms of that one aspect. I would look at and say, right, this guy's got really good positioning. I'm personally a little bit more aggressive at, like, if I see someone weak, I'm going to push them, and I'm trying to look at this from a different perspective and say, okay, why is he playing the high ground more? Is it like, because I feel like sometimes if I kind of camp or play a little bit slower, then I feel like I lose on kills, but then he's obviously getting more kills anyway. So I think it comes to that point of, you know, maybe playing the high ground is better. Maybe maximizing your chance of getting kills just by being patient. That's probably a better way of looking at it. This is a really good kill. I love this kill from Shifty. He goes through and there's people behind him, so he's never failing to get these kind of free kills. But I want you to notice this, the most important thing, the drop shot. Like I said, there's no need to drop shot here, right? Why? Because the player's not looking at you. It's not because of them, it's because of the people behind him. The only reason he's drop shotting there is because of that sniper there. He's not drop shotting to take this guy out for fun. He's drop shotting because the sniper behind him, as you're seeing, is locked onto him. So he wants a drop shot to hide behind the cover. Smoke grenades. Not only is it used to escape when you're weak, it's also used to be aggressive, to cut the angles. He's going through. This guy is running out in the open. I don't know what that guy's doing, but he's going through and he's able to take him out. There's another one. So he takes out that boy Orange Carrot. Poor guy is sent right back to the gulag. Takes out the other one. He's going to snake it. Goes through. Takes out the third. So once again, he now has a health advantage. He's going to commit to it, go through and get that kill. In this scenario, see what he can do here. Takes out one. Takes out the second. He actually picks up a specialist, which is going to be really crucial for this end game here. Sees a third, gets aggressive. As soon as they're one shot, you're going to go get that challenge off. So you're looking at Shifty. I'll say out of his 30 kills, about 22 of them were straightforward for him. Very nice and simple. Didn't really react to the opponent. Just nice, easy kills. About 8 of them were a bit more finesse, a bit more movement, a bit more like smoke grenades. He was weak, armoring up. A bit more where more people would die, basically. So I think it's really important. The 22 kills he got, you might look at that and say, oh, they were fairly easy. The point isn't that. The point is staying alive during those other 8 kills, and that's the skill gap in my opinion. Now that kill right there, yes, it wasn't so challenging. It was a good kill, of course, but it wasn't anything crazy. But the skill gap is this: getting that kill, instantly repositioning, adjusting to the second, making him one shot, and now right now look what he does. The decision he makes now is everything. Is he going to jump off? Is he going to stay here? So again, I would have jumped off here. So him staying here for me is the skill gap, and I'm really learning the positional advantage. So this is a perfect example. I for sure would have jumped off here. I would have advised, yo, dive into that building, get aggressive. But instead he takes his time, he holds the high ground, and he, you know, gets through a different angle and gets another down. Again, I would probably jump down now, so my kind of impatience is kicking in. There you go. But he actually jumped down after the second knock. So for me, it's like, okay, maybe I'm jumping down a little bit too early. Maybe you should get the second knock, then jump down. So this is how I like to learn, by watching the best players in the world, who he is definitely one of them, and you can see what they do well and things that I could add to my game. So right now from Shifty, I'm learning about being a bit more patient, about holding that high ground a little bit more, and just letting the gunfights come to you slightly more than I normally do. He goes through, he shuts the door, he's just going to kind of bait them into the top pair. He's got a UAV, like I mentioned earlier. One thing I think Shifty should have done a little bit more probably is get some more UAVs, but you know, this guy's a world champ. Who am I to tell him what to do? But I do think the UAVs could have been a bit more helpful. Goes through, and now he has a few people on his map. Sees one out in the open, makes him one shot. He's going to commit to the second who's landing in. It's going to be an easier kill. Immediately goes to the left there. Immediately goes to the left. I love this play. He live marks him. It's going to go through. There's still more people landing in, and he's getting at least 20 kills from people landing in. That's not anything against him. That's just good positioning, good awareness, and making sure he's taking advantage of those players landing in. 35 kills. He's on an absolute tear right now. He spots the last player. He's going to track him. Really good shots there to take him out. Okay, what's the situation here? The zone's kind of close. He's going through. He's got a UAV. There's no one on his level. It means they're all below. So once again, what does he do in this scenario? Does he maintain the high ground? Does he go down the stairs? Let's find out. I personally would think he goes down the stairs, but let's find out. Let's see what he does here. So he's going through. So he takes out one more player there. Goes through. Let's see what we can do in this scenario. Sorry, once again, my OBS cut out. I had to pause it. So I think we're good there. I think we're good. But yeah, again, like the main point I'm taking away from Shifty's gameplay is just how good he is at maintaining that high ground. I definitely need to watch a lot more of him. I do watch him in the World Series, but I don't watch him enough in like Rebirth and stuff like that. Just to see how he plays in pubs. But it is quite interesting. My perspective really has changed, because I was always about being aggressive and taking people down. But watching this gameplay, I'm like, okay, maybe I don't always have to be jumping off high ground, and maybe I can sometimes maintain that high ground. So if you guys are trying to improve, one thing I always recommend is watching as many different perspectives as possible. You may have a favorite player, right? You may like Aiden or Biff, or I really like watching them as well, but it's good to watch other people as well, simply to see a different perspective, see what they're doing well, maybe things they're doing different, and just kind of have an overall view of the game. I think it's really important to improving, just making sure that you're utilizing that side of the game, just kind of studying it and stuff like that. But in this scenario, you can see that the game's almost over, 10 people left here, goes through 40 kills, which is absolutely insane. Let's see what he does here. Once again, maintaining that high ground, and you can just see the kills are a lot easier. The other thing he's doing really often, which I've actually do as well now, is started to live mark. So I've got a scuffing vision for anyone that's looking for a controller. It's really good because you can actually live mark with the right stick. Sorry, there's like a right button on your controller, and you can actually live mark with it basically while shooting. So it makes it really efficient. I know that Biffle personally has one. I assume Shifty has one as well. I don't really know. Don't quote me on that. But it's just really good because you can mark people instead of having to press it up on the D-pad. And bro, the amount of kills this guy's got from landing in is insane. He's got at least 25 at this point. He's actually crazy. So doing a really good job with that position. Okay, now this is where it gets a bit interesting. How does he rotate here? So one thing, he has a gas mask, so let's see how he plays it. So again, straight away, the reason I mentioned that is because I knew this would be the case. He's not afraid to be in the gas. I think a lot of people are afraid to play in the gas, but once again, he's maintaining that high ground. He's holding that out of position. He's making sure his priority is his position. His priority more than anything is that high ground, maintaining that position. Really important. So once again, learning from Shifty is that position is key in these gunfights. He's not overcommitting. He's not jumping down. He's staying where he needs to be. He's holding that high ground, and he's not getting out rotated. He's not getting caught in the zone. Even though, actually, let me say that again. He's not getting outplayed in the zone, even though he's getting caught in it. Like right now, he has a gas mask. He's using it to its full potential. He's going at the edge of the zone. He's going through, and he's not afraid to use a gas mask. And I really kind of like that, because sometimes, again, I personally, I'm a little bit afraid of being in the gas. I feel like I'm going to get gate kept and zone and stuff like that, but he's not afraid of it. He's going through, he's kind of staying in the gas mask, staying in the zone, using his gas mask. He's now in a position where he's in a 1v4, instantly gets a kill, repositions again. What is he doing? He's focusing on that positioning. He's using smokes to finesse. We're seeing very common themes there. He's going to one-way them, really effective. Again, he's trying to gain that advantage. In this position, he's basically in a 1v4, so why not gain the advantage? Why not do things to help you out here? Goes through again, one way in the smoke, gets another kill. So the one waying in the smoke is very important. I definitely need to add that to my game. It's something I don't do enough. But when you smoke, basically you can see certain angles. If you go a little bit closer, they can't see you, but you can see them. He's one waying the shit out of them, let's be honest. And he goes through, he gets 49 kills. Incredible gameplay. YouTube, you guys know the drill. Drop a like on the video if you guys enjoyed. I will catch you guys for another video tomorrow. Let me know who you guys want me to break down. Shout out to that boy Shifty. I do expect him, Ahsoka, and the GOAT DS Biffle to take over World Series of Warzone. YouTube, catch you guys for another one tomorrow.